Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's gross out here today.
Just gonna
open up and let you know, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a constant mist. And it ain't misting, it's hitting.
Yeah, it's like a little bit heavier than a mist, but not as heavy as a rain.
Yeah.
It's that in between. It's just gross.
We're rainologists, guys, rainologists. So if you see some specks on the lenses today, it's because we're just kind of constantly getting wet.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna put your rain jacket on.
No, I will after this one's soaked.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I like to go through as much laundry in a day as I can. I'm pretty good at it. Hey guys, guess what? Yesterday, my little helper helped me, and we got 2 more rafts up.
Okay.
And that's just 2 boards, but I'm learning I hate roofs. And even worse than that, when I build a foundation for a building, I've got to keep in mind that I need room for a ladder all the way around the building. And also, I hate building roofs, but we finished the roof yesterday.
Hey babe, do you like building roofs?
Kind of. Not even a little bit. Check this, guys, I'm excited. This is the bird coop, drum roll. Brrr, bam, look.
I don't even want to tell you guys how long it took to get 2 boards up.
Well, but you know what?
It was a little while.
I was just glad you got to experience it, because remember I told you how many hours I spent getting that one up by myself. Up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. You got to move it 1,000 times. I'm not going to let this go until this roof is done. So.
And Kyle is not left-handed.
Not even a little bit. Nope, this one's pretty useless whenever I'm trying to, I can't, So my little spider monkey wife helped me out. I was stressing yesterday. I couldn't get over here. And the only place I could reach, I'd have to use my left hand and try to put pressure on, but I'm leaning on the ladder to stay alive. And I'm crying, sweating. Shannon's like, hey, you know I'm left-handed, right? Let me just, and she just, she's all the way up in them rafters. She's leaning, reaching around like, me.
I told him I would help.
You did great. I appreciate it. Sometimes I even stink at asking you for help.
I know. I'm like, hey, I can do this. I can do this. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Nothing.
Yeah, but see, I hide my initials somewhere in my buildings, and I don't want to put anybody else's initials on them because they're my
You can have
products.
all your initials in here. I don't even care. My initials don't need to be anywhere in here.
I'm just kidding. Check it out, guys. This kind of gives you a feel as if I had a real roof. What it's like in here.
Yeah, I wish that we could have shown you guys how much of a hassle it was to try to get this tarp up last night while it was getting dark and the wind was blowing, the storm in, and whew, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're happy that it lasted and it's dry in here.
Me too. We went to good old Menards. They think I work there. They stopped asking me if I needed help or anything. I know some of the employees, like they're good old buddies of mine, but we learned from our mistakes on the carport that you need to stake things to the ground proper, not just hang cinder blocks. So if you're here to learn how to do anything worthwhile, get yourself a little rebar. I recommend maybe a little bit thicker diameter, but I'm a cheapskate, and that was like another 70 cents per piece, and I was like, no way, and spending another $2.80 on that stuff. Cheapskate, don't cheap out. Not too bad, but these go in a whole lot easier because they can navigate through the rocks. And then we got our rope. Shannon was on the ladder. The wind was coming. It was dark. The rain was spitting. This was a very fun stake down, wouldn't you say?
No. I would not.
There wouldn't have been any beeping in that part, would there? No, never. But yeah, we got all 4 corners down, and the wind was coming from the other side. But look, I'm learning, guys. This is a $3.50 or $4 clamp from Menards. And I thought, you know what? If it rusts out, I don't even know if there's any real metal in it or it's all plastic. But I held the sides down. I got one there, and I got one on the other side. And we spied on it all night. The wind didn't get too much above, what, 20, 25 mile an hour wind gusts?
Probably 20 to 25, yeah.
And not consistently. But needless to say, it's nice and dry in there.
I feel like this is our first successful covering with a tarp.
I would agree.
Anything
Are we going to tattle on ourselves and tell them that we already lost probably 30, 40 bales of straw? That
No.
Okay, we won't tell them that.
We haven't lost any.
Yeah, we haven't lost any.
None.
The tarp didn't flap up and get a little wet on the inside. Someone saying that. Anyway,
You know, guys, some things we're good at and some things we're not good at. And prepping for weather is probably something we're not real great at.
We're fantastic at it. It's just prioritizing and doing it right and agreeing on the plan and then
And
executing.
learning from our mistakes.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, guys, whenever we had the video where we told you we win some, we lose some, and we were talking about the carport going down, somebody said, you didn't lose, you learned. And I have embraced that mentality. And let me tell you, I'm the biggest learner in the world.
You're pretty big.
Or the biggest loser. However you look at it. I don't really know. Let's look at it. I'm the biggest learner. Hey, do you want to go answer the goat call?
With you?
Huh?
I said, oh, do you want me to come walk with you?
Well, I thought, you know, the goats are crying at us, and
I was staying dry.
we got to go see how your hay structure is doing down there. Keep them in the hay dry. Hey, Bruno, you haven't even said hi yet, buddy. You've been working, making your rounds. Okay, well, thanks for saying hi with your hindquarters. Love you, buddy. You want to go down and feed them goats and see Herc? You kind of just see the haze all the way down the driveway.
Yeah, it's gross. So, when I was saying that we don't prepare very well, we did forget to get something out of the back of your truck yesterday before the rain came.
I like how you pluralize that, like we forgot.
Well, I don't want to blame it on either one of us specifically, so
I want to
that's
blame it
why
on
it's
you.
both of us.
Yeah, we got some, what are they, furring strips?
Furring strips. It's for a project in the cabin.
Uh-huh. And if you don't know, furring strips are just little 1x1 pieces of lumber. I think it's pine or fir, very lightweight. But on the exterior wall, there's no 2x4 studs because it's sheathing. And it's kind of in the back of my truck. It's definitely not treated in any way, shape, or form. So we'll see what kind of shape that's in. We're just gonna let it keep getting misted on right now. Did you see down in Goatville?
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't. That's
It's a
hilarious.
stinking guinea takeover. And Herc was down there hanging out with him.
Are you hanging with your birds, Herc?
Goaty goats. Herc alert. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
I don't think he'll come in.
Well, I don't either, but I just, you know, kind of
Happy
want to
guy.
be cautious.
Let's go check this hay feeder out.
You guys are bright. Look at you being out here in the rain a little bit. I know Mama and her boys will do it. Are we saying good morning? You boys. You boys. Yeah.
All right, who did it?
Man,
Who
Herc, I can
did
smell
it?
some of your bombs. Oh, that's got spruce loose all over it.
I'm thinking it's spruce or weed, one of the two.
How wet are you, man? Hi, Bubba. Oh, you got a good little, yeah. I'm probably gonna stay up here today, okay? I'll let you lay down after a while and I'll get your belly, but I don't think I need all that wet and mud on me, you know? That's a big boy. That's a good boy. That's my Herc man. Would you? The smart one. You're the smart one. I appreciate you using this little shelter. See you later. Are you taking me your grain? All right, man. Well, have a good day, Luigi. Yep, thanks for chatting. Oh, yeah, pumpkin. I don't know if we've shown you this yet or not. I think Shannon's got a little footage. I haven't officially updated you. I keep forgetting, I have to admit. But Spruce, a couple weeks back, had some diarrhea, had some dog logs, just clumpy poo. Took him to the vet, little bit of trace of worms. So we got some dewormer drenches for him, and then we kept an eye on the poo in the pen, and little hair bear also showed some signs of diarrhea. So I decided to go ahead and deworm everybody with the granular dewormer, and we put some diatomaceous earth,
Hey, good job.
thank you, in with it, as well as some minerals just for fun. And I fed each and every one of them, and then we had a full poop factory increase for the next 2 or 3 days. And I'm happy to report everybody is golden. But through that, people taught us that pumpkin is a natural dewormer, right? Mm-hmm. So we thought we would try to give them pumpkin. And they didn't take to it real well at first, but eventually they kind of started
We got a
picking at
little
it.
bit of footage of it to kind of show you guys, but that'll come soon. Hey, check out your haircut.
My lair bear. That a boy. And Brother Harry
Out in the ring.
can't figure out where to go. He's special. We love him.
Man, Miss Blue is talking today. She must be hungry.
Are you guys hungry? Boy, you put the hurt on your hay from last night.
Yeah, they did.
So I'd say, well, I wouldn't say that, but Spruce would. I would say that 2 feeders was absolutely necessary.
2 feeders, and look how dry it is in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mama and her boys, they will go out in the rain way more than any of the other goats, but all morning long, these guys, I've seen little hooves underneath the edge of the tarp there, and they've been munching away over here without getting wet. Are you wet?
Well, they got to get wet
huh?
to go in between, but they're mostly dry.
The Weege man was over there using the nursery shelter like a smart boy. He's drier.
He's usually the driest, I feel like.
You see them horns? Got a fresh feeder in here. Spruce, is it that you just...
Maybe it was little Mario that knocked it over.
Little Mario's attitude is getting a little big Mario, you know?
It is.
Whoa, goodness. Did you remember to take your happy meds this morning? No? You don't have any? You never do? What? I think there's a reason you're the color of a turd. Just saying.
Just saying.
All right, we're going to get some food for you.
I wanted to tell you yesterday, I didn't realize that I had it rolled up on the outside, and when I was doing stuff in here, I realized it was completely full of water. So I took your guys' advice, I unrolled it, and I rolled it up on the inside so that it won't catch water.
Look at you not being a loser and being a learner.
Well, I'm still kind of a loser, but
No.
I learned from that one.
No, babe. Good
They
job.
think that's funny.
They thought it was funny.
Well, I think they've eaten about all that they're going to eat of these pumpkins. I think I can throw them away today.
Yeah, they just like the inner guts.
Yep.
So these are a little bit small. We're trying to experiment with the size of the pieces, and ultimately if you cut them into bigger pieces, it keeps more of the guts attached to it. These are decent sized here, and you can tell they have eaten up all the goodies in there, haven't you, Weege man? Need some scratches? Okay, I get you. I get you, buddy. Woo! You're just getting ready for Christmas, aren't you? Being a little festive. Man, it looks like you put lipstick on your horns. Yep. What about your nose? A little bit on your nose too? I'm sorry, buddy. I'll write Tartar a letter and ask him to use less removable paint. What do you think about that?
Okay, how do we want to feed everybody?
Oh, well, I'm gonna hold the camera and I'll just watch you. So
That's fine. I just
ready,
need to know
go.
where to take them all.
I'm just kidding. See, hey, you might be in harm's way with him in there. They get a little unruly.
Look.
Who broke Spruce's feeder?
I'm going to guess it was Spruce.
I'm gonna guess it was too. Boys. Poop factory. It did rain most of the night last night, so they were all in here. They don't split up and go to the other shelters. They like to all be in the same big shelter. I kind of get it. Pretty blue, yeah. Was Kirk picking on you this morning or
Hi,
something?
Earl. Hi, buddy. Are you going to help me? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Earl man. These are her 2 alpha boys. Notice who's in the corner. That's Miss Blue. Hercules. She's okay. Yeah. You don't like it when somebody else gets the attention you want it, huh? How many times you got that tail curled over there? Almost 2? Yeah. Yeah, that's your working tail, isn't it? Oh. You need to take a nap.
What'd you find, Herc?
Get down.
Really? That's quite a fit you're throwing. You just don't want anybody close to you, do you? So Kyle was talking about our trip yesterday to Menards, and not only did we get rebar steaks, but we also got these little tent tie down things. I don't really know what you call them, but they have like a little spiral, so you just kind of twist them into the ground. And I did take one of the pieces of rebar to help spin it and push it down into the ground. And I have to say they worked pretty well until I got to a rock, and then it was kind of like, okay, that's just what our ground is. But they're holding the tarp down really well, but I definitely need some lessons on tying knots. I am not good at tying knots. I don't know how to tie knots. I don't even know how to do knots where you can tighten them. I tried to Google it, I tried to YouTube it, but in the moment, I couldn't find what I was looking for. I couldn't follow directions good enough. But the tarp is staying down. That's all that matters right now. Somebody getting some love and attention.
He wasn't muddy enough, so he said, I want to roll in this goat poop and mud down here, and you're going to love me, and I'm going to put my paws all over your nice jacket. But the humidity is getting to me. I don't know if you can call it humidity when it's actually in rain form, but I'm sweating at my core. I know it, buddy. He says, I can't be too dirty for love. You got to get in here anyway. Ain't that right, bub? You are a silly boy. This guy doesn't really feel rain. He doesn't feel dirt. He doesn't feel mud. He doesn't care. Yeah. He's a pig, though. Are you my piggy? He's a good boy. Soul 17, the Savvy 17 are still around. I think he gets some of the credit, believe it or not. He also gets some of the credit for why they're not 18. They got a lot to talk about when it's raining, but I gotta be honest, even at night, they don't go back up in the run. And it started raining about 4:30, 5 p.m. last night. And they get at the base of one of these oak trees and they kind of ride it out, and then eventually they'll still go ahead and get up in the trees and roost. I'm not gonna complain about that, but I think that bird coop may only work for guineas if I hatch them in there and really focus on coop training them. So not worried about it though, because it could also be used for chickens. We've talked about that. Now you guys know we had that big rain that had the impromptu pond up front, which we loved. But it tore up my driveway. So I threw the rake on. I decided to use only the rake, not the box blade, just because I hadn't done a full repair like that with anything but the box blade. I thought, yeah, let's give this a try. Quite honestly, it worked great. You herding them? You don't even have anywhere to send them, buddy. So I had ruts that were all the way down below the base rock. This is actually the high part here, but right there especially. And if you remember, we've got water coming from the well house, goes up about right there, meets here, and then Y's off, goes back behind the camper, and then, well, I guess that's where the water stops. But then I've got power that comes across right here to my main panel. So we could do a French drain, something about right here. I would maybe need one somewhere a little further down. I've got two main places that it comes over. But my biggest washout is basically from here to over here. So from here down to where you see it all piled up, I didn't really work on that too much. We lost a lot of rock, but I probably did 20 to 30 passes back and forth, and I was on the right side and I had it angled like this to kind of help with my crown in the middle. Bruno took every trip with me, and all the organic material I picked up, he was pulling out of the rake while I'm going. So it was a good learning experience for him. And then when he got tired, he would ride with me and he would make a couple passes till the guineas came and they walked with us, and it was a whole fun event. But really, guys, that rake did a fantastic job. When we were going down after the ruts were created, your vehicle would go back and forth to the left and right, especially in your little car.
And it's so much better.
Thanks.
So much better. No, thank you.
Well, you got to use it before I did too. I was like on my second to last pass, and I forgot you had to leave to upload, and you're following me down the driveway. I was like, somebody's creeping on us, Bruno.
Yeah.
So I'm glad though that before you had to use the driveway multiple times, I got it fixed.
I'm super thankful for that. And honestly, now that it's rained, I feel like it's already kind of packed back down a little bit more. But now we're just gonna have to bring more rock in.
Yeah, and I always got to warn you before I do it, like, hey, this is gonna look real messy till we get another rain.
Yeah.
Because it pulls all my grass and dirt and stuff from the edges. I have to kind of bring the rock in this way. And so it's a big mess, but we got this rain, you can tell, kind of washed all the mud and dirt out. I still do think maybe a couple more loads of base rock are necessary.
I do too.
Because there's a lot of decent sized rocks that surfaced from below the base rock. Sorry, driveway. It's a big deal to us because, well, we got to use it. Might not be that exciting.
Also, when we first bought this property, there was no rock driveway. It was just a grass driveway. So
Yeah. Well, and
it
remember,
just takes a little bit of work.
right there, you can see just a little bit of a hump. There's actually some asphalt that was poured there. Very improperly. It was very not professional. All broken up. I had a jackhammer out here, remember that?
Yeah.
And hit it with a jackhammer. I was like, this
Not
ain't gonna
going
be worth it. Yeah. So that would probably take a skid steer with a front end attachment jackhammer, a little bit more power.
Realistically, it's fine.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
Fine.
I ain't doing it. I'm
It's
just
not
gonna keep covering
necessary.
it in rock. I love it. Our pond is gone. Bruno is sad. He's down there
I think
somewhere.
Bruno and Herc are hanging out down here.
He's on, I don't know if you can see him through the woods. Where is he? He's on that front right side over there.
Oh, I see him.
Herc, man, what's he doing? Do you approve of where he's at? Did you send him on a mission up there? Herc does put Bruno onto missions. And the other night, I'm working on figuring out how to film it in the act. We're still getting better because we don't really know. I mean, we're learning the country still. I don't care how long we've been out here. There's still something we learn every week, if not every day.
Yeah.
But we were up in the cabin the other night, and I started hearing some screeching and some howling. And I thought, boy, that's coyotes. So I snuck outside, and Bruno stayed in with Shannon. And that's the moment I should have hit record. I should have hit it right then, because even Herc wasn't saying anything yet because they were way off to the east. I mean, long ways. And when they start going, it's only about 1 or 2. And then collectively 3, 4, 5, probably up to 8 to 12. I mean, a bunch of coyotes going off. So I thought it'd be fun. I'm gonna get my boy out. So I got Bruno outside. He hit the threshold of the door, heard it, and he pinned his rear end against my left leg. Row, 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 row. And of course, then Herc goes off at the same time. So they're sitting there, row, 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 row. And Bruno looks at Herc, and then he goes. And then Bruno goes. And then he goes over to the edge of the building, and he's looking, making sure. And I can hear, quite literally, as they are talking and Herc howling a little bit, the coyote, the numbers are going down as to who's talking. And then about 15 seconds, 20 seconds in, silence. I was
some good
proud.
guard dogs right there.
Yeah. You can hear LGDs over this direction. They're going off, and they're just kind of, it's really cool. I don't know. Maybe I get a little too much joy from it, but I'm going to do my best to get a full filming of it. I got the very tail end of the clip where you can hear Herc barking and Bruno finish barking. That's a boy. Let them know they're not welcome, bub. It's a boy. But I should have started when I first heard the howling. So I'll get that. I'll get it. I promise.
Well, it'll happen again. I mean,
oh, it'll happen.
We always have coyotes out here.
Yeah, everything's moving of an evening and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. But I'm at a break point on my bird coop. It's official. I'm going to talk about it at least 117 more times. I hate roofing. I hate it. And I had a design idea, but it was going to be a lot of time on the ladder, a lot of precision marking for some purlins, and I was going to inlet these and I ain't doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna go the easiest way I can.
Please do.
To have a tight seam up there and just get some metal on it, because I need to get that thing dried in, and then I can keep moving forward. It's all good. Guys, we're gonna enjoy this day as best we can with this beautiful weather. I think it's supposed to clear up here eventually.
I hope so.
It will someday. We love and appreciate.
Oh, wait. I have to tell you guys, stay tuned for our next video because we have a big announcement.
Big.
I mean,
That was loud.
big announcement.
Big.
Well, you can't whisper a big announcement.
Oh, I meant me. I accidentally went big. It might peak on your audio. No, seriously, Chad actually kind of teased to it in one of his DOS Outdoors videos.
Yeah.
And we had anticipated it coming a little bit earlier. But yes, we do have a big announcement. Shannon, I got to give her a lot of the credit. She has been busting her tail to get everything in order and all this and that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And you guys will be saying thank you before too long. I just know it.
Hopefully.
I'm excited about it.
So yes, stay tuned for Monday's video because we are going to make a big announcement on Monday.
Big. I can't help but say it every time you say that.
That's
Guys,
fine.
we love and appreciate you. We thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Where have you been, man? Where did you go? We were looking for you.